Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our IN.FORM Coaches webinar for May 9th, 2017. We're very excited to have you with us on the call today, and I'm delighted and excited to spend the next few minutes with you. My name is Brian Wall, and I'll be your webinar host for today. And I know that many of you are very seasoned at these webinars, but for those of you that are not, just joining us for the first time, please type in your questions or comments as we present the information today, and we work together to improve our ability to help more people with Nature Sunshine. It's important that we take advantage of things like this webinar and the opportunity to learn from one another. So very grateful again to have you on the call today, and I want to take just a few minutes and quickly go over some of our announcements and information that was given to us at convention, and then we'll turn the time over to one of our IN.FORM coaches and, of course, an IN.FORM committee member, Bart James. He's joining us on the phone call today. A little later, Josh Suby will also join us for just a moment and explain some new exciting things that are happening with our IN.FORM into Action, or our IN.FORM immersion experience that you can enroll in and be a part of if you'd like to do that as well. We are just so delighted to bring to you some of our latest and greatest new products, and I hope that you've had a chance to catch up or tap into our recent announcements of these new products. Of course, they took place at convention, but we've also tried to communicate this information in various means on the webinars, through our monthly email newsletter, and of course here today we'll review them quickly and then turn the time over to Bart. But if you're not aware, Nature Sunshine introduced two new forms or formulas of B12 at our national convention. The first one is called Methyl Combo. The Methyl Combo is really a combination of two important things. It's a powerful blend of methanol B12 and methanol folate, designed using the most biologically active forms of these nutrients. And by being able to give you the most biologically active forms, the body's going to get more of it. It's going to be able to get and use more of these important nutrients, and this may help with situational emotional stress. And what's unique to Nature Sunshine's combo here is that we are giving you both of these two valuable nutrients that our body absolutely needs to have in a source that can easily be taken. And of course, that's stock number 21689. If you're interested in that, please read up on these new products. I'm not going to spend too much time here today explaining or talking about them, but we want to make you aware of them, especially when we're talking about energy and the IN.FORM program and helping people bridge that where they are to where they want to go with their health, and using the IN.FORM program to do just that. Important nutrients like these are essential to bringing energy and, of course, helping with emotional stress and the changes that are taking place. The second B12 that we introduced at convention, of course, is a liquid. And liquid B12 has always been a favorite in my household, and we like this formula as well, of course. The new liquid methanol vitamin B12 is available, of course, to you as well. And I like the liquid personally. Just it's easier for me to take sometimes when I'm taking my capsules and tablets and different things. It's nice to have the liquid. It quickly assimilates, and I feel the effects relatively quickly. And that's my personal experience with that. So again, two different forms of products here, of course, two different introduced at convention, the B12 in a liquid and as well as in a combo. Now we also, more importantly to you as coaches, if you haven't had a chance to try our new IN.FORM chocolate, please do so. We have whey protein shakes now in a chocolate form, or flavoring, I should say, and it's part of that metabolic age support opportunity for us through IN.FORM. But these are great tasting chocolate formulas, and I'm going to later tell you about how you can earn or win a sample box of our new whey chocolate. So if you've tried this chocolate, chime in. Give us your feedback on the flavoring. Give us your thoughts on this new chocolate flavored wheat whey protein. And of course, gluten-free, 100% compliant with our clinical study, patient pending IN.FORM program. So you've got that, of course, to remind people of. So more options. Sometimes more options are difficult for people to choose, but I'm telling you, with this new chocolate flavoring, you won't have a problem. People will really love that option to have both the whey protein in chocolate and vanilla. So, and also, of course, a nice complementary product line to any IN.FORM program is, of course, our essential oils, our authentic essential oil blends. And what we introduced at convention, if you're not aware, is we've put our 5 of our top-selling oil blends in roller bottles. And of course, roller bottles make everything more convenient. You can roll it right on. The application is right there. You can carry it with you in your purse. You don't, or your wallet, or in a travel bag. You don't have to have all your oils. You don't have to do any of the mixing. We've done it all for you. Of course, that's the fun part of oils, but also the convenience of these 5 rollers, of course, is our combinations, our blends here. Inspire Uplifting blend is one of my favorite. Core, of course, is a great blend as well. There's just so many of them. 1-to-1 ratio on these, and easy and convenient, of course, application at any time. Also introduced our convention was a new all hand and body lotion, and this is an all-natural lotion that has been designed both as a standalone, meaning you can use it, of course, by itself, and as a perfect base for blending and mixing and preparing those important essential oils for a wide range of aromatic applications. And if you're like me, I like to try to blend those oils and mix it into a lotion. Out here, sometimes in Utah, we get dry skin, either in the winter or in the summer. It's really hot heat, and so my skin particularly dries out. So I love this lotion. This is a great new addition to our line, and it's an easy, it blends really well, goes on great. You'll love it. If you haven't tried it, make sure you add that. And of course, this is one of those items that could be easily added to an auto ship or to your Sunshine Rewards order, because you'll be using it and applying it, and you can't get enough of it. Also announced at our national convention, if you're not aware, and of course I would hope that as coaches you are aware, but we have a new health assessment, and I wanted to just draw your attention to that, primarily so that these announcements or these reviews, if you're aware of it, that's great. What I'm asking or wanting you to do as a coach is share it with somebody as well. So that's part of our announcement and our review here. Make sure that you're aware that we have a new health assessment. You know how to do that. You have to log on. Modern design, it's mobile ready, great for smartphones, improved recommendation, and user friendly. So check that out. That is a really nice tool. And of course, mobile ready or tools that can be easily shared, of course, is one of our newest ones, which is NSP Tools app for business building. This app, of course, has been around for a few months. We've been kind of testing some things out, but we officially launched it at National Convention and wanted to make sure that you're aware of that. If you haven't done that, you can go, of course, to your app store and find that. It's free. It has great things on it, like videos, images, things that you can share easily with your friends and family, of course, about nature, sunshine, or quality videos. There's flyers and brochures. There's different things like that, of course, as well. So one of the easiest things and best things to do, of course, is to prioritize your contacts, to your hot and colds, perhaps, be able to easier manage your time when it comes to who you need to reach out to on a daily basis. And I hope you're applying or implementing practices like that, where you're categorizing your priority list, you're following up on your customers, and of course, as you coaches know, most importantly, is that community, that ability to feel accountable and being a part of something, that IN.FORM committee or community, if you will, of people who've gotten together, putting themselves in that 13-week course, or working with you directly, independently of a group. It's so important for them to have that community accountability, and you need to be able to follow up with them. Now, of course, with Nature Sunshine, we always try to offer more. We always want you to have as many things possible to you as far as tools, products, devices, things that can help you share our products more. And we've kind of encapsulated that more concept, if you will, in our new opportunity video. If you haven't seen this video, I'd encourage you to go to Nature Sunshine's corporate website. You can find that under the opportunity drop-down. Of course, Facebook mobile app and YouTube. If you type in Nature Sunshine and more, you'll find this new opportunity video. It's just a great reminder of all the many things that we have here at Nature Sunshine. Nature Sunshine's opportunity really is one of the most flexible opportunities. Allows you to do more with your choice and how you want to implement your business within your community, and I'm just very grateful for that option that we have here at Nature Sunshine. Now, recently introduced is our theme for the National Convention. At National Convention, we're celebrating our 45th anniversary this year, and one of the things that we wanted to make sure that you were aware of is that we have announced a Shine On promotion. At convention, we announced our 45th anniversary theme, which was Shine. We want you to continue to shine, let nature's sunshine get out there to the hearts and homes of everyone around us. And so we've introduced the Shine On promotion, and it's really simple to understand. And of course, as IN.FORM coaches, you're perfectly poised and positioned to take full advantage of this. And every one of your group coaches can do this as well. So help us spread the word. The challenge is this: each and every one of you to hold your own Shine On event. Now, could an IN.FORM group be considered a Shine On event? You bet. What is a Shine On event? Well, it's a gathering or a group of people together, 5 or more, that share Nature Sunshine. And this is kind of a callback to our history. Throughout Nature Sunshine's 45 years, our business has primarily been built on individuals having herbal hours or in-home meetings, sharing the information that they have with others. And we want you to continue that legacy, and of course you're doing that as IN.FORM coaches. So what do you have to do? Take and submit a photo, take a picture of the group, and that includes Nature Sunshine product in it, and then of course send that in to us. And when you do that, you submit your photo and your Shine On event, you'll automatically receive 20 I-Inspire points, but you need to email that to shine@naturesunshine.com. So where do you email your photo of your group for the Shine On promotion? Well, you email it to shine@naturesunshine.com. Include your name and account number so we can make sure we get the right account number awarding those 20 I-Inspire points. So that's your guaranteed gift. And of course, if you turn in and submit your photo, you could have an opportunity to win $50 in product credit here at Nature Sunshine. So when we talk about more, we're talking about engaging and receiving these kind of benefits. So great opportunity for you to tap in and engage and use social media. Of course, if you use the hashtag NSP Shine and post your photos there, that would be great too as well. We can track it and look at it that way as well. So there's more ways, and we're going to talk about more ways for you to earn additional free product here in just a few minutes, but I want to wrap things up by reminding you that currently we have a lot of herbal answer meetings going on. We've been all over the country. We've had them in Texas and Missouri and Chicago and New York, and so we're just really excited about that. Check out the website if you want to find a meeting near you. We have an upcoming one in Denver next week, and so many others that are happening, and the feedback we're getting is awesome. People love the content. The Nature's Institute that we've partnered with is bringing excellent herbal content, and again, we're calling back to our roots and focusing on herbal health and the herbal answers that each of you have to give to others. So please join us in those meetings. Look for a meeting near you. And with that, I'd like to turn the time over to Bart James. And of course, as I said earlier, Bart is a certified IN.FORM coach and a member of NSP's IN.FORM committee. Bart has some great insights on what you need to do as an IN.FORM coach and how to keep the fire going. And of course, that's what this weekly call and weekly webinar is all about. He's a teacher, of course, of herbal practices and lifestyle awareness. I love that. I love that he's a lifestyle awareness and herbal practice teacher. That's so critical to our business. And of course, the Herbal Heart in Nashville, that is his business. And Bart had the opportunity at our national convention to speak to our up-and-coming millennial group. We call it the millennial group or young entrepreneurial group. There's different definitions of millennials, but it's our young and upcoming entrepreneurial group. And we wanted Bart to share some of his thoughts from that gathering, as well as any other insights that he'd like to motivate us with today on this weekly call as we keep the fire going for IN.FORM. So with that, Bart, are you there? And I'll turn the time over to you, Bart.
Hey, Brian, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. And so, great, you're coming through loud and clear. Thanks for joining us, Bart. Appreciate you doing that.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I had some technical difficulties getting on before the call, so I was kind of freaked out, wondering if I was actually going to make it on or not. So I'm glad that everything finally went through, because my phone line started to go down on me. So I'm glad to be here,
always
though.
A nerve-wracking thing.
Yeah, so it's just part of dealing with it, but we'll carry on. So, but thank you for having me on. Thanks for all the great info and the updates you gave us at the beginning, and I'm always excited to get on and share anytime I can to help other people out, which is the name of the game here. And it has been Nature Sunshine's motto for a long time, which is helping people help themselves. And I think as an IN.FORM coach and a committee member, everything that I do and focus on, and even my relationships with the guys out of home office, and getting to hang out with you guys at convention and to meet with all of you there, I mean, that was still my overarching goal, is how can we make this company better? How can we make this company cohesive? How can we help more people? And how can we identify the messages and the narrative to take this out into the world, to really tell people who we are and give people our story and what we're all about? And today, my portion of the call is really going to be kind of designed around some of that. So as Brian said, that I did get to speak at a convention to our, I would say our younger entrepreneurial group, which was actually, it was probably my favorite meeting out of all the convention. If I may be a little biased on that, but I am part of the second generation group of Nature Sunshine people, and I really enjoyed it because I got to hang out with people, and we just got to talk about the reality of being a younger entrepreneur trying to grow in a company now that's 45 years old and trying to grow in a new type of world that didn't really exist in the same way that maybe when it did when my mother went and built it, or my aunt, or my cousins, you know, or some of the other family members that I have that have built the business before. So we talked about some of the challenges, we talked about some of the struggles, and I'm never not going to talk about that stuff, because I think that is where the greatest growth opportunity lies for everybody, is if we have that transparency and honesty, and we're not afraid to talk about some of those things. And as an IN.FORM coach, that's where you're going to be with the majority of people that you ever coach, is you're going to be in the gutter with them, walking with them hand in hand to lead them to a better lifestyle. And that's what transformation is all about. But in this talk that I gave, you know, I was just connecting with everybody, just sharing my own history with the company, being raised in this, what it did for me in my life, what the struggles that I've had, trying to kind of step out of the shadow of, you know, a successful parent who built the business before me, and also not having anything handed to me. Everything that my wife and I built, we've had to do on our own. We haven't had anything handed to us, which means basically we've had to go out there and just starve with Nature Sunshine and figure this stuff out so that we could learn how to wrap this around our life, why was health important to us, and why it was important to kind of take this mission to the world. And it hasn't always been easy, but I can tell you at the end of the day, anytime you see a light bulb go off for somebody, or they make the decision that they want to change something about their health, that's about, for me, is about as rewarding as anything else. And when I was talking with my other colleagues that night, and we were discussing some of that stuff, and discussing how the generational shifts are starting to take place, how things are starting to happen, and how the world is kind of changing itself. We talked about trends. We talked about how upsetting it is sometimes, even as a younger person and growing up in this company, and now kind of trying to take the mantle of leadership and help the company move in a new direction, even some of the difficulties, because my generation is looked at as slackers, we're looked at as uninspired, we're looked at as people that really have a hard time following systems, a hard time finding passion, and really a bunch of gamers or social media people that really identify our relationship with who we can be on the internet versus who we are in real life. And all of that has been thrust upon us, and that's okay, because I don't mind having the conversation with people about that. But what does that do for us when we were building our business is that we're young, we have a tremendous amount of health experience and even practice, and yet we're helping people 2 to 3 times our own age who are in crisis mode and they need help. And it's like, how do we bridge the gap between being credible and being helping somebody get realistic results when we're half the age of somebody else? So we talked about some of the language around that. We talked about how to keep going forward and staying inspired no matter what, and how IN.FORM is actually a crucial piece of the company that will allow for us to grow the company in a, I would say, more of expanded capacity than maybe even what we've been able to do before. And I can tell you it was really cool seeing the receptivity to that. I know that like Josh and David and Ron and several of the guys were in there, and I think they were seeing the receptivity to it as well. And I think what maybe they got to witness is that there is a new generation in this company that wants to take and expand on everything else the pioneers of this company laid down for us, and bring it into the world in a way that's totally translatable to everybody out there, no matter what your background is, no matter what the intimidation level may be to learn a product catalog of 600 plus products or anything like that. So how do we do that? How do we do it with authenticity? Sorry, it's a little jumbled there. And how do we do it just connecting with people and being realistic and not trying to set a trend or play to the trends, but play to the truth. And that was really one of the main goals. And then we just hung out and had fun, and it was a blast. So for me, convention was worth it just for that experience, to see that there's more people out there that are wanting to send this message out, and that there's another generation of people that are wanting to carry on the traditions and bring this into the modern world. So I say all that, which really kind of sets me up for what I want to talk to you guys about today. As an IN.FORM coach, the way that you grow your business, but not only that, just a way that you can kind of internalize a game plan for yourself so that you can move into action. So I'm going to kind of break down a few different pieces around that today that hopefully, if you get inspired with it, great. If it gets you motivated to get moving, great. If it helps you reflect on maybe some of the areas that you've had struggles with so that you can overcome those, great. And for the new person that's on this call, my intention really is to talk to you above all, because you have taken a risk and you've put yourself on the line to go out there and hold up to a vision that you see yourself as a part of and for your future. And that's to be rewarded. And so in my opinion, that's where the grass fire is, and you're the person that I want to talk to the most on this call today. And so that's why I'm going to kind of walk you guys through an IN.FORM game plan. And really we're going to just lay out a few pieces that for me, that I have to deal with personally, and that I know gets me up every day and keeps me going in this. A lot of you may be recruited or may have been recruited to be a coach. Some of you may have seen the program and you just walked into it because you were already part of Nature Sunshine. For some of you, that wasn't the way. You were recruited to be a coach. And so in that process of recruiting to be a coach, that process never stops. One of the things about IN.FORM is that it is a system that we have to recruit ourselves to every single day. This is a lifestyle transformation. And for a transformation to take place, we've got to have little disciplines in place every day long, those breadcrumbs that help us connect to the larger path as far as our health is concerned. So today I'm going to go over that game plan. But before I do that, I want to just tell you, I want to give you this quote. And this is from in my opinion, a world-class leadership development coach. And he says that people will always choose to change when they are aware that the changes are serving their best interest. So just think about that. And I think that actually fits IN.FORM to a T, is that people will make changes when they realize that those changes are giving them back more of themselves. And I think, honestly, that's what separates us from the bunch, and I'll go into a little bit more about that as well. But in the game plan, I think the first place to start and the first question to ask yourself is, are you aware of what your vision is with IN.FORM? Have you sat down, have you thought about that, and have you kind of come into a stronger relationship with that, with yourself? And for me, if I were talking to a new person, I would say, okay, what is your vision with this? Are you aware of what that is? Okay, great. Let's say you know what that is. Now let's talk about what we have. Well, I can sit here and sell you on IN.FORM all day long. That's not the goal of the call today, but we have a clinically proven and a clinically tested lifestyle course. We have a path that no other company in the world has actually chosen to lay down that was backed out of science, that is practicing medicine that's been around for thousands of years at this point. So if we have that, and we have been able to prove that food actually does change your body, and if we have been able to prove that bacterial influences in us are causing hormones to get triggered, are causing neurons to be fired, are causing emotions to be either sensitized or desensitized, if we have that kind of awareness just about what we have, what do we get to do with it? And how does this wrap into my life? And that's the most important question. If you are doing this part-time, how does IN.FORM wrap into your life? If it cannot be your full-time focus right now, how do you build this in just little bits at a time? And the best way, in my opinion, to do that is to be a product of the product. It's going to be really hard for you to go out and grow an IN.FORM Nature Sunshine business if you yourself are not an IN.FORM person. So if we know, and for me, I've been in this for a while now. I've been with Nature Sunshine my entire life. I completely rearranged everything that I do to line up with IN.FORM. And I'm not the only one. I mean, you heard Dr. J speaking from stage that he completely redid his practice altogether to align with what we're doing here. And the reason why is because we cannot escape this. These are fundamental human truths, is that we have this bacterial relationship that is happening in us that is absolutely either building our health or destroying our health. When you got to hear Dr. Taz or at the convention, and some of the stories that she was able to give with autistic children and with people suffering all kinds of autoimmune issues, or even hearing Linda Lalonde's story from stage where she had MS and she's in remission, and it was the foundation of this program that supports her in maintaining that health for herself. If we know we have all this, how do we build with it? Well, you build with it because you are allowing it to transform your life as well. And when you start feeling better, when your emotions become more balanced, when your gut becomes happier, you're going to become happier. When you become happier, you are naturally going to be able to attract people to this. And not only that, you're going to be able to help them along. The cool thing about this is that IN.FORM is a process. It's a process of learning to create a relationship with the body's voice. I believe the body has a voice. I've been raised in Nature Sunshine. They've been teaching this for 45 years now, is that the body has a voice. Stephen Horn has helped lay a foundation for us to hear that voice. All the practitioners who've come before us have told us the body cannot tell a lie. Now Nature Sunshine went out and proved it through the science, which means if the body has a voice, IN.FORM is kind of the pathway to help people have ears to hear it. So the other thing is that it's backed up, which is very helpful for us. They went and did the science. They helped us understand that what we are going to be out promoting to people is not a trend. You know, I could sit here and call out every other company that's out there right now that I feel like are trends. And I don't have a problem doing that. I know it's not Nature Sunshine's thing where they would call out other companies, but I'm going to tell you right now, I know who some of these companies are, and I can tell you right now, if you're thinking calories in and calories out, and if you're thinking in the old concept of the way that the body maintains weight or loses weight, you're not up to date. You're still practicing a trend, which means somehow you are still focused on trying to fit into the diet industry. And if you're fitting into the diet industry, then you're basically shooting yourself in the foot, because that means that long-term results will not last for you. Because a diet, in my opinion, you've heard me say this before, is a dangerous industrialized eating trend. It is an economic model designed to take advantage of people when their weakest points, never teaching them the mysteries of their own body. And IN.FORM, the reason what we do and the reason that it lasts is because what we're giving you is the basics of human health. And if you have that foundation, you won't be building your business on quicksand like a lot of the other companies that are out there trying to capitalize on a market of people that have no idea what they're doing. That's not what you're going to get here. You are going to get world-class education. That's going to continue. Nature's Institute is going to be a key piece in that. What we've already laid down in IN.FORM is going to be a key piece in that. So I'm saying this all to kind of wrap this back in together, is that awareness is the key to you growing your business and you making those first steps to go out and build a long-term, successful, lasting practice for yourself of helping other people. And the vision piece is so important in this that if that's not in place, it's going to be really, I think it'll be challenging for you to keep up your own long-term health. So I'm going to give you a story about this. There was actually a study that talked about the power of vision within your own life. And this was done back in the 1960s, and this is scientifically substantiated, the power of vision. So this study involved a group of behavioral scientists who randomly selected groups of junior high school boys and girls, and they divided them into two groups. And the test that they were given in this study was to shoot a basketball through a hoop for a set number of free throws from the foul line on the basketball court. The two groups were given the test without any practice so that they could establish a baseline for what the group was. After that, they were given 1 week to practice. So for a set time each day, the two groups practiced shooting free throws. However, one group was physically practicing with the ball and actually shooting it, while the second group was mentally practicing by imagining themselves standing at the foul line and shooting the ball successfully through the hoop. After that week of practice, the physical practice versus the other group doing mental practice, they were brought back together to measure the results. And the test showed that not only did the group who mentally practiced show the highest percentage of improvement, but they also beat the group that had literally practiced with the ball. This research actually then was conducted in schools all across the country to establish validity in the findings, and the results remain consistent all the way across the board. This research grew into what is now being used by professional athletes to spend a specific amount of time mentally preparing themselves as a part of their larger goal for their life and what they want to bring to their team or what they want to bring their personal life. So here's the thing I'm going to tell you. As a newbie, your first start, grab that vision, and it needs to be bigger than where you are right now, and it needs to be a little bit scary. And I'm saying that on purpose because that allows you to grow. If you're trying to have a vision that doesn't ask for you to change who you are right now, you're only going to go so far. So make that vision bigger than yourself. Do you want to take IN.FORM into churches? Do you want to take IN.FORM into hospitals? Do you want to take IN.FORM into partnerships with other health and wellness groups? Find out what that is for you and know that you don't have to be the end-all, be-all to that. You are just somebody who is a messenger, but basically not the message. So that would be my first start, is find out what your vision is and connect IN.FORM to it so that the two can work in unison together. Second step is you've got to put yourself out there. You will have to recruit people to this. You're going to have to let people know that you found a path. The easiest way to do this is that if you don't have to be the end-all, be-all. That's where, like I'm working towards the day where Nature Sunshine may put me out there on the road for you guys so that I can come have the hard conversations to get people into your groups, because I'm prepped to do that, and I would love to help you build any way we can. There's things that are moving in motion right now, and hopefully at some point that'll be a part of the process. But the reason I say that is because third-party validation is key to getting yourself out of the way, and the people viewing you is like, oh, I can't work with Susie because Susie just started doing IN.FORM. Oh, she just went and did this thing. She jumped on another bandwagon. How do you overcome that as a new person? Well, show them the book. Just put the manual. Carry a manual around with you. Carry the PowerPoints on your cell phone and pull a PowerPoint up and show them pictures from it. Show them the studies. Say, look, I know what this company did was they found a way to where I can start at home making budget-friendly decisions to change my life and get foundational information backed by science and traditional wisdom that have been blended together. I know they've done this. So I am putting myself out there to do this too because I want to have a better life. And as a coach, I would love if you walk with me in that journey. You know, a lot of times people get intimidated if they are the coach, that somehow that means that they are the answer. I don't practice my classes that way. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been raised in the industry. I talk about the struggles I have. I talk about the challenges I have. I talk about when chocolate plays games in my mind and how I have to overcome that. I'm not afraid of doing that. So that's the thing, is that this is a human journey, and guess what? Nobody has ever been an expert on the human journey but one person that I'm aware of. So therefore, it is a model that we can all learn collectively together some of the best decisions to create long-lasting change. So when you think about, you know, putting on your recruiting hat, I'm not asking you to go out there to the mall with a hat on, with your shark hat on and a clipboard and talking to everybody about, hey, are you tired of being fat? Or, hey, are you tired of being lazy? Or, hey, you know, I'm not doing that. Or I'm not going to say, hey, let's thrust images out there that are appealing to people, you know, that other companies use based on sex appeal. I'm not saying we do that. You just go out there and be who you are, a person on your own journey willing to help others. That's authentic. That message, the message resonates with other people, and it doesn't put you out there trying to pretend to be something you're not. That, to me, is heartwarming because this allows for us to just be who we are and be transformed, taking our own journey. And I don't know how you help other people more than that, but again, being a product of the product. But here's the thing. For you to recruit other people, you still have to recruit yourself every day. So that means, yeah, let's wake up in the morning and let's get our 30 grams of protein in. Hey, let's walk. Let's get 10,000 steps in a day. You know, let's go out and do that. You know, don't let other people's lack of vision for their own health hold you back. You know, use those no's or the not nows as a growth opportunity to kind of strengthen your own resolve with your own vision. People are going to tell you no. Sometimes it's going to be hard. I had a class that I was supposed to start last week on Tuesday, and all of a sudden, literally, I'm one of the only people teaching this in Middle Tennessee right now, and had all these people lined up and went to confirm everybody and didn't get one single confirmation. I'm like, are you kidding me? But guess what? I have no control over the people's choices, or I have no control over their actions. I know what they're missing, though, so who's actually winning the head game? Is it them or is it me? You know, I know what we have here. And I've even talked to the company. I'm like, I hope you know what we have here sometimes. So don't let anybody else's lack of vision recruit you or stop you, and recruit yourself by living it physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. The third key, and that's where I'll kind of wrap it up here, is just to keep going. Don't give up. And the reason for this is that momentum is not instant. It is a process of consistent action on behalf of your larger vision. Your vision is what's going to drive you in this. And honestly, my vision scares me sometimes because it's bigger than I am now. I'm just being real with you. I have a vision that is so big that it scares me because it means that I have to grow in very specific ways to kind of match up with that vision. So, yeah, it's uncomfortable. Yeah, I question myself, am I going to be good enough? Am I going to be strong enough? Am I saying the right thing? Am I going to be able to be the person that I see? I deal with that all the time. But guess what? At the end of the day, all I can do is all I can do, and taking one step at a time, and then taking one step at a time, and one step at a time is how I'm eventually going to get there. Even with, like, I'm an Alabama football fan, for example. Nick Saban, he's the coach of Alabama. They've won several championships the last several years. You could say they're a dynasty, but he doesn't want anybody else focusing on anything other than what's in front of their face. Now imagine if that's where your decision making happens every single day. What can I do? How can I grow? Is this still working towards my larger vision? So keep going. Take those small steps. Have faith that the truth that we've found in health has a place in today's world. I have to believe that. I have to believe that every day. I have to believe that at Nature Sunshine, we don't imitate, we originate. I have to believe that the soul of this company is coming out. I have to believe it, that I am a part of that voice. And as an informed coach, I want you to believe it as well, that you are a part of the change that we are wanting to see with the health of our country, the health of our neighborhoods, the health of our family. You are a part of that voice as well. So I encourage you guys just to keep getting out there, keep sharing, keep growing. Don't worry about having all the answers right now. Just stay focused on the process and know that the process is going to make you into who you will become. And you don't have to be attached to what that looks like. Just keep going, keep doing it, and know that there are people out here that care about your success. There are people at home office that want to see you grow, that want to see you change, that want to see you take this out to the world. And not only that, I feel like we're getting more and more even corporate Nature Sunshine people on board with IN.FORM as well, to the point to where they're now starting to practice this in their daily lives as well. I think we're going to see a huge shift going forward. I think we're still a couple of years ahead of the curve, which means pretty much every single person that you know right now will be inundated with this information within the next 2 years. And here you are, the pioneer and the originator of that, going out to the masses. So with that said, guys, I really appreciate you having me on today. I really hope that I was able to talk about something that will give you an opportunity to grow, to become more, and to understand how IN.FORM is a method and an approach to a healthier lifestyle for everybody that we will ever be in contact with. So with that, Brian, I'll turn it back over to you, and thanks for having me on the call.
Thank you, Bart. We really appreciate your words of wisdom and those great insights. You know, I love that you gave us a snapshot of what your conversations were with the young entrepreneurs at convention. I love that you're a multi-generation, if you will, of Nature Sunshine. You've got that solid foundation and core. You've given us just tons of great little insights in business. I love how you said, be who you are. You know, don't try to imitate somebody. Don't imitate, but be an originator. I loved how you said, you know, build by transforming your life first. Incorporate the informed teachings in your daily life. And some of the feedback that we got back from people about the chocolate whey flavoring was that a lot of people said, make an ice cream with it, you know, celebrate. It's just really great flavoring. I love that's one of the ways you can make it into your daily life, you know, have a good protein ice cream there. I thought that was a great idea, brilliant idea. I love how you said that it's a process. Don't be afraid of the process. I love also that you talked about having a relationship with your body. As an informed coach, we're teaching people to do just that, to listen to their body, to want that change. And I love that you brought out that we have to partner with others to really succeed, not only with the people we're helping, but those around us who may have success as well. Don't ever be afraid to ask and to incorporate. In fact, in just a moment, Josh Suby is here. He's going to share with us a way that each of us can do that more thoroughly with one of the most successful informed coaches that we have. But I'd like to share this quote with you real quickly before I turn the time over to Josh. Anthony Robbins said there is a powerful driving force inside every human being. There is a powerful driving force inside every human being that once unleashed can make any vision, dream, or desire a reality. And I think you can hear it in Bart's presentation and in those that are successful as informed coaches. They have unleashed their dream. They have seen a vision. Their desire is becoming their reality because they are passionate about what they do. They know where they are in their mission, and they know how to help other people do just that. So with that, I'll turn it over to Josh Suby. He's with us. He's going to tell us about a new opportunity each of you have, and that you can invite others to participate. It's our new IN.FORM immersion. I know we've been doing IN.FORM into action meetings, but this is new. Josh, tell us a little bit about it.
Awesome. Thanks, Brian. And Bart, roll tide, brother. I love Alabama as well. And thanks for your insights. So yeah, everybody, thanks for being on. Love that we have these webinars and that we get so many of you coaches plugging into this. What I wanted to talk about is the IN.FORM immersion, and just kind of give a little bit of background on this and then explain the purpose. So the way IN.FORM immersion came about was, as you all know, we have been doing live certifications. We also launched a new online certification platform, and those have worked very well. But a lot of the feedback that we've been receiving has been people are missing the hands-on aspect of a training, of a certification. And so that's really the uniqueness of IN.FORM immersion, is to provide more of that hands-on applicability of becoming an IN.FORM coach versus just a classroom style, or if you've done the online certification. And so the idea here is we're partnering with Linda Lalonde, and the reason why we're partnering with Linda is she's had probably the most success of any coach across the country with IN.FORM. She has 37 coaches in her organization. She's run hundreds of groups herself. She's advanced to regional manager only through the IN.FORM program. She doesn't do any other DMOs. It's all been through the IN.FORM program, and so we approached her. She talked with us about the issue of that hands-on training. And so what we've done with her is we've really built a very robust certification through her, and this is held at her Downers Grove location. She has a shop in Downers Grove, Illinois, and the idea here is that on Friday evening there will be a lot of the business aspects. Scott Terry, it'll be Scott Terry there doing a compensation plan discussion. And really that compensation plan discussion is going to focus on how to make the compensation plan work for you from an IN.FORM standpoint. So, it's not going to get so much into classic and legacy and rebates and things like that. It's going to be more about IN.FORM and how the compensation plan can work for you, how you can, or the coaches that how they can grow in rank and grow their checks specifically using the IN.FORM program. So that's a lot of what the Friday evening portion will be. And then Saturday is where we get into really the nuts and bolts of IN.FORM and running this as a coach. And we're going to go through all of the modules. People that go to the IN.FORM immersion will actually get up and teach one of the modules so that they can see that it's not that difficult. One of the things that I've seen across the country is there's a little bit of a fear of getting up in front of even a small group of 5 people to do a weekly module, and that's been a hindrance for people. And so one of the things that we're going to do is have the group in this safe environment. The coaches are going to get up and teach a module so that they can see that it's not that scary, that it's much easier than maybe in their mind they have it made out to be. And so the whole day will be very interactive. Linda's going to talk about how to approach people, how to market the IN.FORM program in your area. There's going to be discussions on how to access all of the resources and the tools available to IN.FORM coaches. So who is this for? IN.FORM immersion is for anybody. If you're already a coach and you want to take your IN.FORM business to the next level, IN.FORM immersion's for you. If you know people that aren't coaches, this is obviously for non-coaches to come and get certified, to learn what IN.FORM is, and really see it from a hands-on standpoint. You're essentially going to leave this day and a half with a blueprint of how to really make the IN.FORM program successful for you, how to talk to people, how to engage people, and really how to grow your team using IN.FORM and building a team. And that's ultimately what it's about. I know that Judy Platna and others have teams of coaches that are working together, and that's essentially what Linda is going to show, is how to work as a team and really build in your areas and inform following. Because as Bart said, we have something that nobody else has. We have a program that's different than anything out there, with the focus on the microbiome and the gut and weight loss being just a side effect of that. We have this program that no one else has, and we just need to do a better job of getting it out there. And there are things from a corporate standpoint that we're doing to help and support you all in that. But I think the big key is working as a team and building your team in an area where people start to know who you are. They start to see what IN.FORM is, and that's what Linda is beginning to experience, or has been experiencing, is people stopping into her shop asking her about IN.FORM and how to become a coach, or just how to get involved with IN.FORM. So this immersion is very much about giving you a blueprint to succeed. As you can see on your screen, it's in Downers Grove, Illinois. The time is there. We have multiple dates listed of when these will take place. Generally, they're the third weekend of each month, with the first one happening very soon, May 19th and 20th. You can see there how to register. You just email IN.FORM or in-form@natr.com, and that email, either Shandy or Jan will follow up with that person that wants to get registered, and we'll get you registered for the program. So if there's questions, feel free to type them in. You can also email me at josh.s@natr.com if there's other questions. But again, objective with this is, people have asked, I need more hands-on support. The classroom training is good, but if I had more of a hands-on training, it would be helpful. And so that's the idea, to really give that hands-on training, a blueprint for success from someone that's truly had success with this program, building her business and building her life around IN.FORM. And she walks the walk and talks the talk. So hopefully that's helpful. And if you're interested, again, let us know, email us, and we'll get back to you with answers.
Thanks, Josh. Really appreciate you jumping in on your busy schedule and supporting us as IN.FORM coaches here and giving us that great information. Love to see the partnering that's going on between home office and the field. People, take advantage of this. This is a great opportunity. And, earlier today we talked about the NSP opportunity and how it offers more, and how there's so much out there for all of us to partake in. And I want to give you just a couple additional incentives as we wrap things up for our call today. You may or may not know about this, but I hope you do, and I hope you're pushing it pretty hard with your group, because as the Finder sponsor, if you help people certify as a coach, now remember, they can jump into the online certification at any time, or if you just have somebody attend the certification at convention, if you have a group member who becomes certified and starts a group, you, the Finder sponsor, can receive $100. So when one of your managers or members certifies as a coach, now they have to do that before June 30th, and then they have to start a qualified group within the first 60 days of becoming certified. So that individual has until August 30th to qualify their group. In other words, start a group within the first 60 days of them becoming certified. You will receive a $100 cash bonus. Now, we've already talked about some of the requirements for other promotions that are going on. You as IN.FORM coaches are perfectly in position, as Bart said, to give life-altering information to others. And you need to increase your coaches within your groups, because we need an army of people sharing this information. And if you do that, not only will you receive I-Inspire points towards the Baltic cruise and next year's convention, you'll receive those bonus points that we talked about if you start a group yourself. But these individuals, when they start their group, and you get $100 cash. And here's some of the rules. We've kind of already gone over them, but just remember, the qualified group start date must be within 60 days of their qualification. That's a little rule that you need to be reminded of there, but you'll get that $100 bonus. Now, if you start a group, we already talked about one promotion, the Shine On promotion, but if you start a group this month, the month of May, you've got plenty of time to do so. Now, why not start one in today and this month and this week, right? You've got graduation, you've got lots of different things that are going on this month. Summer's coming up. People are aware of the summer months coming, and so it's a great opportunity for them to have that conversation with others. If you start a group with 5 people, you'll receive $50 in product credit plus our new IN.FORM Whey chocolate samples. And I told you about that earlier, so this is how you get it. Start a group with 5 people this month in the month of May. Now that's not all, because we love offering more, as we've talked about already today. If you generate or reach 500 QV in weight management product sales in your group, during this month, you'll receive $100 in product credit, an additional $100. So you can see on the far right-hand side of the table here, the more product sales you have in your group, the more opportunity you have to receive product credit. So it starts at 50 by having 5 participants, and you get your whey chocolate samples. Then if you have $500 in sales, another $150. If you reach $1,000 in sales, you have $250 in product credit combined. Another $100 is given to you. So, folks, great opportunity for you to start a group in May. As IN.FORM coaches, get your coaches. If you don't have coaches, get them enrolled in that online course. Get them certified so that they can start their groups. They must be certified before June 30th so that they can jump in, get that extra incentive. You will receive $100 for helping them do that. Whew. That's a lot of information. We've covered some great things today, but I'm going to ask you now, if you have any questions, please type them in and we'll try to answer them. One question has this been recorded? And yes, it is recorded. I love what Melissa has to say. She says the IN.FORM program teaches people to take responsibility for their health and food supply in ways that can have a long-lasting ripple effect on their health of Americans. I love that, Melissa. Thank you for sharing that. A couple questions coming in. When will participants be able to put IN.FORM on their Sunshine Rewards? Now that's a thing that we're working on. We learned today that that's still not working, but we hopefully will have that soon. I don't have a date for you on that, but Amber, thanks for asking that question. Just want to update you on as coaches. Now, of course, you can order those IN.FORM kits outside of AutoShip or the rewards program, and they are working fine.
And that is a high priority for the team to get that fixed, just as a FYI.
And then another question here. Let's see. How do you get involved? Bart mentioned the millennials or the young entrepreneurs at convention. How do you get somebody involved or connected to that group? David Villasenor is our champion of that, right?
Yes.
So please email David at davidv at natr.com and let him know that you're interested in the information that you have, and he'll take care of that.
Yeah, he's the guy that runs that program. So email him, let him know that if you or somebody you know would fit the bill, let him know.
Is there a cost associated with the IN.FORM immersion?
So the cost of IN.FORM immersion, so if you're a coach, there's a $49 charge, and then just your fee to get there, your travel to get there. If you live within driving distance, great. If you need to fly to get there. So it's just the matter of getting there. For non-coaches, it's the same certification breakdown as before. So the $549, $349, $149 options all still apply for this, and then you just have to get to Downers Grove, Illinois.
Okay, thank you. All right, then any other questions for Bart specifically? Please type them in now. Bart's still with us on the call. Earlier, Bart, you mentioned, you said achieving this would have lasting success. You know, you talked about implementing that into your daily life will have lasting success, and I appreciate that insight there. Really having great feedback here. Maybe IN.FORM participants who start in April. Let's see here. Let me read this question. When they start. Okay, so we'll have Sunshine Rewards. We're working on some of those bugs there. We are getting those fixed as quickly as we can. I have another question on that. Just as Josh said, that's a top priority for us. So we'll let you know on next week's webinar as well, any updates to that if that changes between now and then. But just want to throw out that reminder next week. Our webinar, again, is on Tuesday, May 16th at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Or make sure that you're tapped into that. And I'll just throw in a plug there to make sure that you're including all your other coaches and making sure that they're aware of that. Sometimes we think, oh, they know, they're getting the communications, but as Bart has said to us earlier, become that leader, share that information. So, all right. I think we are done with our call today. Want to again thank you. Thank you, Bart, for being on the call. Great information. Folks, here at Nature Sunshine, we couldn't change the lives of others without your help. So as informed coaches, just want to again tip our hat to you and thank you for all of your efforts out there, for leading that charge. And I really believe what Bart said, we're on the forefront of this information and you are perfectly poised to be the leaders of this charge. So I'm very grateful for all your efforts. Thank you. And we wish you a very great day. We'll talk to you next Tuesday. Have a great week, folks.
Thanks, everybody.